Europe's 15th largest economy is Finland. Finland's nominal GDP in 2019 was 269 billion US dollars. Finland has a population of 5.5 million people. The country's gross national income in 2019 was $49,580. That's more than 4 times as much as the world average. Overall, considering goods and services, both exports and imports total around 40% of GDP. Number 14. Denmark. The Danish economy is almost a third bigger than Finland's, but only has a slightly higher population of 5.8 million people. That's why its GNI per capita is considerably higher than that of Finland. Its exports amount to 56% of GDP. Number 13. Ireland. Ireland recorded a GDP of $389 billion in 2019. Its population of around 5 million people is growing by over 1% each year. Ireland's GNI per capita was last recorded at $62,210. Exports accounted for 127% of GDP. Number 12. Norway, with a 403 billion GDP. Norway's population of 5.4 million people is growing by around 0.8% annually. With a GNI per capita of $82,500, Norway is the 4th richest country in the world. Norway's exports are equal to 37% of GDP. Number 11. Austria. The country has a nominal GDP of $446 billion and a population of 9 million people that is growing by over 0.5% annually. The GNI of Austria was last recorded at $51,300. Austria exported goods and services worth 56% of GDP. The 10th largest economy in Europe is Belgium. The country has a GDP of 530 billion US dollars. Belgium has a population of 11.6 million people. Belgium's gross national income per capita is $47,350. Belgium's trade in goods and services is very balanced. Both exports and imports amount to 82% of GDP. Number 9. Sweden. Sweden recorded a GDP of 531 billion US dollars in 2019. Sweden has a population of 10.1 million people and a yearly population growth rate of over 0.6%. Sweden's GNI per capita is $55,840. The country had exports totaling 47% of GDP in 2019. Number 8. Poland. Poland's GDP in 2019 was $592 billion. Its population of 37.8 million people is declining marginally each year. Poland's gross national income per capita is $15,200. Poland has positive net exports. Number 7. Switzerland. Switzerland has a GDP of $703 billion. Switzerland has a population of 8.7 million people and an annual population growth rate of more than 0.7%. Its GNI per capita of $85,500 makes Switzerland the 3rd richest country in the world. Exports account for 66% of the country's GDP, while imports are equal to 53%. Number 6. The Netherlands. The Netherlands, informally called Holland, recorded a GDP of $909 billion in 2019. The Netherlands has a population of 17.1 million people. The country's GNI per capita is $53,200. Trade is very important for the Dutch economy. Exports amount to 83% of GDP, while imports amount to 72%. Number 5. Spain. The 5th largest economy in Europe has a GDP of $1,394 billion, that's almost 1.4 trillion, and a population of 46.8 million people that is barely growing. Spain's standard of living is below the average of the European Union. Exports are equal to 35% of GDP, while imports are equal to 32%. Number 4. Italy. Italy has a GDP of $2,001 billion. Italy's population of 60.4 million people is shrinking despite having one of the highest net migration rates in Europe. Every year, there are well over 100,000 more people entering Italy than leaving the country. Italy's GNI per capita was last recorded at $34,460. Exports are equal to 32% of GDP, while imports amount to 29%. Number 3. France. With a nominal GDP of $2,716 billion, France is Europe's 3rd largest economy. France has a population of 65.3 million people. The gross national income of France is $42,400 per capita. Overall, France is importing more than it is exporting, since its trade surplus in services is not high enough to compensate its trade deficit in goods. The second largest economy in Europe is the United Kingdom, which recorded a GDP of $2,827 billion in 2019. The United Kingdom comprises 4 countries: England, Scotland and Wales, which collectively make up Great Britain, and Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom has a population of around 68 million people that is growing by over 0.5% each year. The gross national income per capita is $42,370. The UK has a large trade deficit in goods and a large trade surplus in services. Overall, exports account for 32% of GDP, while imports amount to 33%. And the largest economy in Europe is Germany, the most populous nation in Europe. Germany has a population of 83.9 million people. Germany's nominal gross domestic product in 2019 was worth $3,846 billion. The country's gross national income is $48,520 per capita. Germany exported goods and services worth 47% of GDP, while imports amounted to only 41%. Germany's trade surplus in goods is $250 billion.